U2, Where the Streets Have No Name. We're talking about the Trump White House. Really getting fascinating picture of what it's like in there. I do recommend The Fire and the Fury, which is the Michael Wolff book, which came out a few months ago. And apparently he seemed to have some amazing access where they basically let him in every day without realizing what he was doing. Then he suddenly says, "Oh, anyone interested in my book?" And they said, "You're writing a book?" So it's a credible psychological portrait of the president. But we're asking whether you've had a boss like Donald Trump. John in South Yorkshire, you had one.
Hi, Jeremy. Yes,
Hi.
I did. Going back to the early 90s, I had a boss that was so unpredictable that you would be. There was a small IT company, and we sold software, and he would come in with, and shoot you with Nerf guns, or you'd be sat at your desk and suddenly a water bomb would hit you in the back of the head, or, and he was massively unpredictable.
A water bomb. That's amazing. But how could somebody like that rise to the level he got to?
Well, it was his company. He'd left the company, and it was his own company, and he'd got there. And the problem with him was that he was everything that you didn't want in a boss. So he was racist, he was sexist, he was all of these things. And if you had a client coming in, and one of the ones that I was talking to a researcher about that came to mind was, we were doing a big deal with Yorkshire Police, and it was an IT system, and it was worth about £2.5 million, the deal was. And we knew that the person that was heading up the project for Yorkshire Police was an Asian chap that was coming in. I can't remember his name. But he was coming in to do the deal. So it was very important that we got our boss out of the building, because we knew that if he was in there, he'd wreck it. He'd absolutely wreck the deal. And of course, we're all getting paid commission, so we don't want the deal wrecked in any way whatsoever, whether it's his company or not. So we'd got a thing going where we'd got him out of the office, and the presentation went ahead, and it was brilliant. They loved it. They were going to go ahead with it. And just as we were getting to the end of the presentation, in walks our boss.
Oh, no.
And we all looked at each other with oh no, what is he going to say? So we sort of introduced him and said, this is our boss, and this is so-and-so, and we just sort of went around the room. And when he got to this Asian chap, he just looked him in the eye and shook his hand and said, "Oh, hello. I didn't see your elephant in the car park. I was expecting to see it." And he thought this was a great joke. And we all looked at each other knowing that we had just lost the £2.5 million.
I'm having the thing I had when I watched The Office, the cringe.
Yes. Oh.
But the only way of dealing with that, if he gets back into the meeting somehow, is you've got to say, "Sorry, this is somebody who keeps breaking into the building and pretending to run the company, and we're going to have to remove him again."
Oh,
dear.
He was just terrible, and he was sexist as well. There was a point when I had to get rid of I say get rid of it, sounds awful, but dismiss a lady who had been working with us for a fairly short period of time.
Yeah.
And when I sat her down and I said, and I'd been told that her work wasn't up to standard and that they needed to get rid of her and all this. And when I sat her down and very carefully said to her, "Look, I'm really sorry. It's over, and you've got to go." And she just started crying and saying, "It's because I slept with him, wasn't it? It's because he made me sleep with him, and now he doesn't want me anymore." And off she went. And again, you just sit there and think, "Oh no,
oh no, another one." Would he be better at running the USA? Call us now. No, I'm joking.